Hi there, you are welcome back to another section of my tutorials. So in this video, I'm going to take you through piecewise functions. What are piecewise functions? Piecewise functions are defined by different functions for different intervals of the domain. If this is the first time you're being on this channel, kindly support by subscribing and don't forget watch these videos to the end so you understand every part of the video. So as I said, a piecewise function, they are defined by different functions for different intervals of the domain. Every function has a domain, which is a set of input that makes the function defined. What we mean by piecewise means that a function has been broken into pieces. I have this curve here as a function. If I break this curve at this point, I'm going to get one piece here, the other piece there, then the last piece there. And each of these pieces will be defined over an interval. X values from this side to this side will be one domain. From this side to this side will be another domain. And from this side to this side become another domain. That is the whole concept of piecewise function. For example, I have a function f of x is equal to negative x plus 2. If x is greater than or equal to 0, then I have 2x plus 2 if x is less than 0. So you can clearly see that my function here, my function here is a piecewise function because for all values which are at the right side of 0, here I'm having this function negative x plus 2. Then for all values where x is less than 0, I'm having 2x plus 2, right? So if you want to draw this graph, negative x plus 2 is going to fall on this side. It's going to have a negative gradient falling here, but it will be passing through 2. Then for 2x plus 2, it's going to pass through this side, like that. So similarly, this is what I'm talking about. They are all starting from what? 2. So a piecewise function is a single function which is defined for specified interval, and also it has been broken into different pieces. So at this point, let's see. Whenever we are dealing with function, our interest is in domain as well as the range of the function. So what is the domain of this function? What is the domain of this function? To always get the domain of a piecewise function, we are interested in the domain given here. So for the first one, x less than 0, when you have x less than 0, mathematically it's the same as what? Negative infinity to 0. Open. X greater than or equal to 0, we are having mathematically 0, which is inclusive. So inclusive, we use angle brackets, square bracket, sorry. We use this square bracket, comma, infinity. Remember, all infinite limits are open, okay? So at this point, our total input is the combination of this. The minimum is this and the maximum is this. Therefore, my domain is simply equal to infinity to positive infinity. That is all. That is all for domain. So now let's check the range of this function. So to check the range of this function, how do we do it? Yes, this is an interesting part. So the domain of this part is simply, now I'll take for each of them. You can see that from this side, it said if x is what? Greater than or equal to 0. So let me take that. S is greater than or equal to 0, right? How do I make this x here become like this? That is the idea. To make this x look like what I have here, then I'll negate both sides. So I'll have negative x less than or equal to 0. Is that not it? The next thing is I'll add 2 to it. So I'll add plus 2 to both sides. So negative x plus 2 less than or equal to 0 plus 2. And this is going to give me negative x plus 2 is less than or equal to 2. Right? So I'm getting the range of this part alone to be anything less than or equal to 2. Right? Now let me do that for the second part. I'm having 2x plus 2 here. So let me modify my domain x less than 0 to get what I have here. I'll first multiply 2 by 2. So 2x less than 0. Here will be 2 times 0, so 0. Then I'll add 2 on both sides. 2x plus 2 less than 0 plus 2. So I'll have 2x plus 2 less than 2. So meaning my range, this side is less than 2, this side is less than or equal to 2. What is that telling you? Our domain is simply, our range is simply, here gives me negative infinity to 2 open. This is giving me negative infinity to 2 close. So I'll take the max and the lowest and the maximum. So my range here is simply giving us open negative infinity, then close 2. Thank you for being with me in this video. This was just for piecewise function. See you in the subsequent videos where we'll be talking about the different types of function. Don't forget to subscribe, you like, and you share.